right. Well, looking at numbers here, Brian, we are seeing negative numbers here in the grains right now. What's the story with the numbers going downward today?
Yeah, a lot of pressure against corn, soybeans. The weather is improving as far as forecasts go into the end of the month. So we're going to look at normal to maybe slightly above normal precipitation amounts, along with normal to maybe below normal temperatures. So it's really ideal for filling out corn ears and soybean pods. Of course, Pro Farmer Tour is kind of the main thing the market is watching this week, along with the weather. That tour is uncovering some monster-type yields so far in the Western Corn Belt. They went through South Dakota yesterday, and much, much greater yield potential there than I think what was actually realized by the USDA, and maybe 30 bushels an acre above the tour average. Early findings in Nebraska are supporting some big yield potential as well for corn. And in the eastern leg, they're in Ohio moving into Indiana. They found very good yield potential there as well, closer to normal than what they've seen the last several years, probably because of very wet conditions that the Eastern Belt had this spring. But certainly those numbers are weighing on corn and soybeans to an extent, as they're also finding high pod counts.
Now we look over at the livestock numbers here, and again, kind of like we see a lot of days, we start out kind of sluggish, and then it moves extreme one way or another here. Maybe that's what we're setting up for again today.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way. We had some new highs posted in the feeder cattle early this morning, coming off, some very active fund type buying. Now, yesterday we noted that a lot of the gains that we saw were led by the deferred contracts. We're seeing that again, especially in feeder cattle. Usually that's a little bearish indication. Even though you're making these new highs, it's not being led by the front months. So it's a sign of some bear type spread trade that is pushing us higher. And we're seeing the same thing in the live cattle this morning. Deferred contracts are all slightly firmer, while the front month contracts are all slightly weaker. And that's not a real bullish sign, but yet the market has made some new highs, which is a very, very strong technical indication. So maybe some mixed feelings going into this week as far as the cash trade goes. We also have cattle on feed report coming out Friday. That, I think, has the potential to be bullish, as trade estimates are looking for 10% lower placements than a year ago at this time.